we'll get started. Welcome, everybody. It's good to be back. Happy New Year. And I'd like to welcome my dear friend, Carla Jackson Brewer, who's here for about a week, and we're co-teaching together. I'm so glad you're here from New York City. So we're going to start sitting as usual. So we'll start with about a 30-minute sit, and then we'll have a tea break, and then we'll have Dharma talk, Dharma discussion. So make sure that you're in a comfortable seat, position that you feel that you can rest in comfortably for a period of time. Of course, if you need to move or shift at any time, you're totally allowed to do that, but let it be a mindful shift instead of kind of sporadic shifting. So closing the eyes. Taking the first few moments to find a position that feels nice. You can shift the pelvis forward and back a bit to find a comfortable base for the spine to grow up and out of. A nice, even, balanced, resting on the sits bones. The image is like a bowl, like a fish bowl. The bowl of the pelvis is holding the rest of the body in a nice balanced way, not too tilted forward, not too tilted back. Resting the tongue against the upper palate, just behind the top two front teeth, and then relaxing the muscles of the face. The eyes can either be closed or slightly open, gazing at a downward angle towards the floor, but soft gaze, as if you could see a full 360 degrees around you. Notice the head if it's jutting forward, drawing the chin slightly back towards the center of the throat and elongating the back of the neck, and relaxing the shoulders and the arms. The hands can either be resting palms down on the thighs or on your lap. And lastly, the legs in a comfortable cross-legged position, or if you're in a chair, you can just feel the soles of the feet rooted down against the floor, connecting to the earth. And feel the belly soft and receptive to the breath as it flows in and out of your body. Breathing through the nose gently. Letting the breath be natural and at ease, unforced. Like a baby sleeping. Each exhalation takes you more and more deeply into meditation, feeling of relaxation washing over you. And allow your attention to ride the breath as it travels in and out. Enjoying the flow of the breath like an internal massage as you breathe in and out. Soothing the body, soothing the mind with the breath. Feeling the solidity of thoughts beginning to loosen and dissolve into the space of the mind. Noticing if you're wrapped up in a mind movie, a storyline, and with the exhalation, feel more space, softening around that intensity. And rest in the belly with the breath. And opening into a greater sense of spaciousness. Luminous, open, clear awareness, like the sky. It's said that thoughts are like a bird flying through space. It appears and then disappears and leaves no trace. It does not change the space itself. The space is your deeper awareness, and thoughts are like birds flying by. Rest from the vantage point of space rather than the vantage point of thought. And now we will shift into the practice of Tonglen, the practice of cultivating a greater sense of compassion for oneself and others through the practice of what is called sending and receiving, Tonglen. And the first phase is to rest your mind at the heart center. Bring your awareness there. And as you breathe, feel as if you were breathing directly in and out from the heart center. And just notice the sensation there. Feels open or tight, tender, soft or hard. Just breathing directly in and out from this space of the heart at the center of your chest, as if you were breathing a full 360 degrees. Each out-breath is softening and bringing about a greater sense of spacious presence in the heart. And then feeling this sense of presence, of warmth. The heart chakra, or the heart center, is said to be the seat of the soul. The matrix of energy is quite potent and powerful at the heart. In Buddhism, it's said to be where our Buddha nature resides. This spark of awakened mind, our true nature. So flash on this sense of open, luminous, compassionate heart, the seed of your true being. And each breath clarifies, sensitizes you to that truth. This first phase is flashing on this sense of openness, this quality of what's called ultimate bodhicitta at the heart space. Bodhicitta means spirit or mind of awakening, or awakened heart. This indestructible vajra or diamond-like nature of mind. It's pure from the very beginning. Negativity and suffering is only like dirt clouding over a gold nugget at the center of your heart. Imagine and feel it like a radiant orb of light, like the sun. And then the next phase is to breathe in and out like breath awareness, mindfulness, with the texture. Breathing in, imagining that you're breathing in a dark, smoky, hot texture into this heart space, this orb of light at the heart. And when this dark, smoky texture touches the heart, it purifies, evaporates, vanishes. And when you breathe out, imagine breathing out clear, luminous light, healing light. Just focusing on breathing in a dark, smoky texture and breathing out clear, healing light, cool and soothing. Take about 10 breaths, just feeling the texture. 360 degrees, breathing it in fully to this diamond-like nature of mind at the heart, where it dissolves and purifies, transforms, and breathe out clear, cool, healing light. And then now the next phase is to take it a step further and work with something personal. Maybe there's a difficult feeling, emotion, thought pattern that's been causing you suffering or discomfort. Maybe a challenging emotion of anger or sadness, regret, desire, attachment, dissatisfaction, whatever it might be for you, feel into something that is up for you right now. Maybe loneliness or lethargy, depression. And then when you land on something you'd like to work with, then imagine that you breathe that into the heart space in the form of this dark, smoky, hot texture where it transforms at the heart, and then breathing out clear, cool, soothing light, the remedy to this obstacle, this pain. The in-breath, breathe it into the space of the heart, allowing it to be there, allowing it to have space. Let it in. And breathe out, cool, healing, remedy. And feel that permeate your whole body. Just let this be intuitive, not too literal, just breathing in, letting in this challenging emotion. And breathing out, clear, spacious, compassionate, healing light. If the mind wanders, just bring it back to the in and the outflow of the breath. Breathing in the smoky texture, transforming it at this orb of diamond-like light at your heart. And breathing out acceptance, openness, healing light. Whatever it may be for you, the healing remedy. feeling the heart soften, a greater capacity of letting in the challenging aspects of our life and releasing into more open spaciousness around those things that are hard for us to let in. It's a very important aspect of the Tonglen practice. As having that as our basis, we then now shift into the next phase of practice, which is to bring to mind an object, a person. And you can choose tonight whether this is the time for you to work with someone who challenges you, a so-called enemy, or a loved one, someone towards whom it's quite easy to feel compassion for, who might be suffering emotionally, mentally, or physically. So either a loved one or a challenging person. Maybe you recently had an argument. Maybe there's an old feud that is unresolved and you still feel a hardness around it. Choose who you would like to work with. And then in your mind's eye, see them as clearly as you can before you, either standing or seated, and see their suffering surrounding them in the form of this smoky, gray vapor texture. And with your in-breath, imagine that you are breathing their suffering into your heart, where it transforms into clear, luminous, healing light. And with the out-breath, offer that light, the form of the remedy, whatever you feel intuitively would help them and relieve their suffering. Breathing in their suffering, recognizing that just like you, they wish to be free of suffering. Transforming it at your heart and breathing out compassion, acceptance, healing in the form of clear, luminous, cool light. And with each breath, begin to see this smoke around them begins to dissipate. Their disposition, receiving it and opening and softening. Feel your heart strengthen and open to the capacity for greater love and compassion. Stay with the breath. Stay with the texture. And stay with this tender, spacious heart. over the course of the next few breaths, imagine that this cloud of suffering around them begins to completely dissolve. And they're completely free of their suffering, illness, whatever it may be, and see them lighten, brighten, their disposition opening. Maybe their face brightens, their eyes sparkle, acknowledging you. Maybe even you sense a smile. Really envision them in full health and fullness in their life, and wish that for them. And then now, shifting into the final phase of the Tonglen practice, which is to open this practice of breathing in the suffering and breathing out the healing, opening it to take in all beings everywhere in the 10 directions, imagining it in the form of smoke, and draw it into this adamantine, indestructible nature of mind at your heart. There's nothing that can hurt it, stain it, poison it. And then breathe out light, like the rays of the sun covering, blanketing the entire earth and beyond. Just feel what it's like to take on this great bodhisattva aspiration, to breathe in the suffering of all beings. Transform it at the heart and breathe out the wish that all beings are free of suffering, spreading out like the rays of the sun, transforming war into peace, famine into satisfaction, abundance, pollution into clean air, earth, water, disease into health. Breathing in the suffering in its form of dark smoke, and breathe out the healing, cool light, and offering that with your heart. And then now releasing the visualization of Tonglen, and just let yourself rest. Rest within the body, with the breath. Free of practice, of technique, just be. Let yourself be as you are in this moment. And then we'll close our session with a moment to dedicate any positive energy of our practice If you wish, you can bring your hands together at your heart in prayer, bringing forth a heartfelt wish that our practice in some way brings benefit in our own life and brings benefit to others. And we offer this positive energy like a drop of water dropping into the vast ocean of positive merit. It becomes vast, limitless. Thank you. So here we are. Okay, so now we can take a little break.